Good morning, everyone. Welcome to NuSkin Southeast Asia and Pacific's Digital Product Opportunity Meeting. I'm Haley Helquist, Senior Product Manager here at NuSkin Global, and I'm your host for today. Before we begin, if you have questions during the session, you may type them into the Q&A function of this Zoom webinar. Please include your name, country of residence, and email address so we can contact you if we aren't able to answer your questions today. We did our first round of DPOM for our latest integrated wellness and beauty device, the ageLOC Wellspa IO. And we're back here today to answer your questions you have about the ageLOC Wellspa IO system. Before we start, I would like to introduce our two other speakers from NuSkin Global once more. First, from Global NuSkin Research and Development, we have Casey Hawley. She is the manager of NuSkin R&D, Claim Communication and Education. Over the last 15 plus years, Casey has been involved in numerous NuSkin personal care launches. Some notable mentions are the evergreen ageLOC Galvanic Spa and Facial Gels, ageLOC Boost, and of course, our first connected ageLOC LumiSpa IO.
It's such an exciting time to be here. I'm so excited that we can talk again and that we can answer some of your questions tonight. I look forward to it.
Thank you so much, Casey. Up next, I'd like to introduce our second speaker, Trina Bradford. Trina is one of the chief product owners in the global digital team. Say hello to our Southeast Asia and Pacific audience, Trina.
Hey, everybody. It is so great to be here with all of you again. My name's Trina, and I can't wait to share our team's work on the ageLOC Wellspa IO connected features within the Vera app. Since the last time we did this webinar, we've actually added more things, so I'm really excited to get to show you what is available now. Now, I know the product preview has launched in some of the CPAC markets, and I'm just excited to walk you through those features when you connect your Wellspa IO to the Vera app. So these features were informed by data and testing by our UX research team, and they will definitely make you fall in love with NuSkin's devices all over again.
Thank you, Trina. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. When it comes to beauty, consumers are turning to products that support total body wellness. We don't just want to look good, we want to feel good. Historically, wellness and beauty have been disconnected. Brands that are known for beauty solutions typically do not offer wellness solutions, and vice versa. However, NuSkin is uniquely positioned to disrupt the enormous wellness and beauty market. With our years of experience in both wellness and beauty, plus the recognition by Euromonitor as the world's #1 brand for beauty device systems for 6 consecutive years, we know that NuSkin is in a prime position to offer the market the best integrated wellness and beauty solution. In addition to wellness and beauty benefits, we've incorporated NuSkin's Empower Me vision into the product development, bringing you the power of personalization and helping you get the most out of your product with the help of an integrated mobile app, NuSkin Vera. We are confident this innovation close to US $2 trillion for personalization, beauty, and wellness can help set you up for success. If you want to take care of yourself inside and out, ageLOC Wellspa IO system can help you with that. If you want to personalize a routine or focus on a certain body part and achieve visible results, ageLOC Wellspa IO system has it. Want to stay consistent and motivated and receive personalized data insights about your treatment? ageLOC Wellspa IO has you covered. With ageLOC Wellspa IO system, you can unleash the freedom to feel whole again. And when you feel whole, you wake up excited for the day, you think more positively and have more energy, you make exercise and rejuvenation a priority, you have the courage to push yourself, accept and appreciate yourself, you're in tune with your mind and body, and finally, you love who you are wholeheartedly. Now that you have a better idea about the unique opportunity ageLOC Wellspa IO system will bring to the wellness and beauty market, let me hand the time over to Casey to share more about the ageLOC Wellspa IO system product features and benefits.
Thank you so much, Haley. I hope you guys can feel the excitement because this is a truly exciting time to be a part of NuSkin. I just need to get my slides figured out. Sorry about that. All right. So, sorry, one more click. I'll be ready. The innovative ageLOC Wellspa system is designed to deliver the power of whole body wellness. And it does this through the 3 R's. And the 3 R's are restore. I said restore. Restore your well-being, revitalize your appearance, and rejuvenate or relax your body. So let's dig into this just a little bit more. So first, there are 2 specifically formulated products that help to deliver each of these 3 R's. These are leave-on products that were developed specifically to conduct the ageLOC Wellspa IO's microcurrent. And they also have extended playtime for a specific use with this device. The ageLOC Body Activating Gel was developed primarily for wellness benefits for the restore and the rejuvenate or relax routines, while ageLOC Body Serum focuses on beauty benefits of revitalize. Then we have 2 complementary products that we would recommend. One is the ageLOC Body Polish, and then our longtime favorite, ageLOC Dramatic Effects. You're probably already familiar with ageLOC Dramatic Effects and all the benefits that it brings in reducing the appearance of cellulite. But then ageLOC Body Polish can be used during your shower to help exfoliate away dead skin cells. And by getting rid of those dead skin cells, you can make it so that there's a greater opportunity for product absorption afterwards. Okay, so now we're going to move into the claims. And these slides are really busy. But you don't need to focus on the whole slide. You just need to focus on your specific market. So find your market and cue in there. So we're first going to start with the restore claims. Overarchingly, the restore claims are all about supporting your purification, depuffing, energizing your skin, and helping you feel your best any time of day as we restore your feelings of you've got this with total body wellness. There's a whole list of benefits, but I'm going to focus on just a few examples. So right here in Vietnam, we have improved fluid movement. So the system was designed with a topography that can help provide a massage. This is not deep tissue massage, mind you, but just a super gentle, low pressure movement over the surface of the skin. And this can help push interstitial fluid or fluid that is caught between the cells that can potentially collect and push it back into the system. Now, the biphasic microcurrents pulse to produce the results through physical vibration. And this physical vibration is known to stimulate the microcirculation through the release of nitric oxide that can in turn help with dilation of the blood vessels, which can overall improve flow. Now, if we look at Indonesia, Indonesia has the claim to support the body's natural process to remove impurities or improve purification through massage. So the lymphatic system helps to continue to circulate metabolic byproducts from our bodies for the removal. Yet sometimes, especially with age and a lack of physical movement, which is so much a part of our modern lifestyle, these fluids have a greater tendency to pool in our extremities. The lymphatic system doesn't have a pump, and therefore it's more prone to this stagnation and interrupting this removal process. Using a wellness device like ageLOC Wellspa can help stimulate the movement of fluids necessary to complement the process that remove these impurities or these byproducts. If we look over to Singapore, Singapore has a claim that indicates the supporting overall health and well-being. So due to the device system's ability to move fluid and complement the removal of impurities, it can simply help individuals feel better. They can help them feel more centered or balanced. The topical formulations also include ingredients that have been shown to help to release beta endorphins. And this can help contribute to individuals feeling more relaxed, which we all need in this day and age. And lastly, if we look at Malaysia, they have a claim that talks about helping to debuff the skin's appearance through skin stimulation. As we've already talked about a little bit, with age and a lack of physical movement, fluid can easily pool in areas including our skin, and this can result in more of a puffy appearance of the skin. And ageLOC Wellspa can help to push that or stimulate the fluid movement via massage and the microcurrent. And the interstitial fluid is moved from the skin for distribution elsewhere, and then we lose that puffy appearance, and it helps us look more toned. Which brings us to Revitalize. Again, just cue in on your market-specific claims. So Revitalize, in this routine, we're all about helping you look your best as the system helps to stimulate your skin for visibly firmed, tightened, brightened, toned, and hydrated skin, while helping to reduce the appearance of cellulite. If we look at PAC as an example, it has the claim, revitalize your appearance for better body confidence. And visibly contour by minimizing the appearance of cellulite for smoother, more radiant skin. Cellulite gives you that orange peel or dimpled appearance in the skin. Now, physiologically speaking, cellulite is not always related to excess fat. Even thin women can still have cellulite. And it's actually due to the structure of the skin and how the adipose fat is actually captured. And while there are key ingredients that can help target this appearance, the device then delivers technology that can help move fat via massage and help to dissipate this interstitial fluid. And all of this helps the skin look more contoured, smoother, and radiant. And then lastly, we have the rejuvenate or relax claims. So in each market, and this is going to differ for each market, so you kind of have to know whether or not you're a rejuvenate or a relax. So this system is also designed to deliver dual action. So it can either invigorate your muscles to help them get ready to go and stimulate sore muscles to help your tired body to feel more relaxed. So it's about getting ready for a workout, or after a long day of work, the ageLOC Wellspa IO can be your best companion. So again, if we look at some specific claims, we can look at the Philippines. And one of their claims is provides a great pre-workout massage, helping your muscles to feel invigorated and ready to go. So that means using the device system prior to a bout of exercise or even activity in general, or like hard work, right, can provide a stimulating massage that helps the muscles feel more prepared for the intensity to come. Conversely, if we look at this claim, such as one that Singapore has, it provides a great post-workout massage, helping to stimulate sore muscles and encourage your entire body to feel more relaxed. So after muscles start to get that fatigued feeling from exercise or movement, the massage action from the device system can help the muscles feel more relaxed and help to relieve that tension that has built up. Now, that's a lot of different claims that we've gone through, but it doesn't end there, right? So now we're going to talk about some of the key features, and some of the key features include the design, the technology, and then the actual products themselves. So first, let's talk about the design. It's an innovative patent-pending design. ageLOC Wellspa IO has these massaging nodes that were developed specifically for this device. And what happened is our engineering team was tasked to develop this new device. One of the goals was to develop a body device that could provide massage with microcurrent. They looked at different devices on the market and how they worked. And during development, nearly a dozen different prototypes were assessed on varying groups of individuals to help fine-tune these characteristics. This design that we ended up with was selected as it optimized the desired benefits and met the needed outcomes. The conductive surface easily glides over your skin for a smoother experience and great results inside and out. And then also, if you look at that grip, it fits really easily in your hand, right? And it's very, very comfortable. And it also has that silicone over it that gives it that smooth velvety feel for a premium experience every time you use the device. Second, we have the patent-pending adaptive microcurrent technology that continuously assesses and adjusts the current intensity based on your skin's conductivity in real time. And this takes personalized treatments to a whole new level. The adaptive microcurrents pulsing can help it stimulate the movement of fluids, and together the device's unique topography can help gently knead the skin to further assist with the movement of fluids into within the skin manually. It would also make you happy to know that this also helps make the skin more receptive post-treatment. So you get that post-treatment product benefits, delivering everything you need to maximize your wellness and your beauty goals. But then we need to talk about the products. So the products are leave-on, which is a little bit different than we've had before, and there are these very luxurious formulas. They both have the age lock technology that targets the sources of aging to preserve the look of youth, even after your routine is done. And the ingredients are used in our products represent the best of nature and science that NuSkin has to offer. And there are 3 different, what we're referring to, routines that you can pick depending on your specific needs. And let's get into each of those a little bit more. So the core routine is Restore. And again, Restore is about helping to instill those overall feelings of well-being. They can depuff this, your appearance and energize your skin. And this is used on your arms, your abdomen, your upper leg, and your lower leg. And you can look at these figures for some of the movements, but we have these great videos that will help you see even better how each movement is done on each different body area. Now, what's really great is when you connect to the Vera app, all of this will be at your fingertips, and Trina will talk about that in a few minutes. So then the next routine is Revitalize. And again, Revitalize is all about looking your best as the system stimulates the skin to visibly firm, tighten, brighten, tone, and hydrate. All those things that you want for your body, plus helping to reduce the appearance of cellulite. This movement looks a little bit more complicated, which is why it's so great that we've got these videos that can, again, help guide you through each of the movements. The general movement is that you will glide the device up and then do slow circular movements back down and glide it back up again. And then next we have the Rejuvenate Relax routine. And again, this is all about pre and post workout massage to help either invigorate your body and get it ready to go if you're about to work out, or to help relax your body and reduce that tension after you're done with a workout or some activity. And again, because this is more focusing on general massage, you really want to focus on just those small circular movements. And this has a wealth of different areas where the device can be used. So all of those primary muscle groups, like your triceps, your biceps, your hamstrings, your quadriceps, your calves, and your abdomen. And it even can be used on your shoulders up to your deltoids. So right about into this area and down again. And here again are the different movements in all of those different areas. And again, just that circular, gentle massage that's really going to help to reduce any tension that might have built up in your muscles. All right, so next we get to talk about clinical results. And if you've ever heard me talk, you know that this is where my passion is. I know that Dr. Yaping has spoken to you guys before and explained to you that clinical studies for many of our markets are not mandatory, right? And we do this because we want to make sure our products that we can prove that our products are working for you. So let's go through each of the different clinical studies that we've done. So first, focusing on the Restore routine. So we conducted a 4-week clinical study to evaluate the ability of the device using the body activating gel 4 times a week for 10 minutes on different body areas. So that was 2 minutes on each upper leg, 1 minute on each lower leg, 1 minute on each arm, and 2 minutes on the abdomen. And really focusing on its ability to help depuff the skin, energize, give people that energized feeling, but also help them feel relaxed. And what you can see here is at the end of 4 weeks, we were successful in this. You can see that 78% of the subjects felt that the system helped their skin feel and look energized and more radiant. And 75% of the subjects felt that it helped to depuff the appearance for a smooth look and that it was relaxing to use. It could energize the skin, 72%. And you can also see that these are more wellness type claims and not necessarily just appearance claims, which is a slightly different phenomenon for something that we're looking for that's just being used on the outside of the body. So very, very successful study by all reports. Next, we have the revitalized regimen. So this was a little bit more complicated. So this was a 12-week clinical study where individuals used the device and the body serum. And there's actually 2 groups. One group used the device and the body serum for 3 minutes, 3 times a week. And the other group used the device and the body serum 5 minutes, 5 times a week. And we wanted to see if there was greater benefits the longer you used it, but still show that if you didn't have a whole lot of time to put towards it, that you could get results. In this study, individuals also used the ageLOC body polish at least 3 times a week in their shower, and then twice daily they use the ageLOC dramatic effects. And this data came back very, very, very well for us. It was really exciting to get it because we started to see benefits very early on at about 4 weeks. But instruments can usually pick up data a little bit more quickly and a little bit more fine-tuned than clinical grading and even subjects themselves. And here you can look at the low and the high. So the low would be the individuals that use the device 3 minutes, 3 times a week, and the high would be the group that use the device and the product and the serum 5 minutes, 5 times a week. And again, you can see that there's a little bit of separation that starts to happen at 12 weeks and even as early as 2 weeks. Now, we looked at what we refer to as transepidermal water loss, and this is a measurement of hydration. And so when we say percent change over baseline, we actually mean that there was less transepidermal water loss as opposed to more transepidermal water loss. So people were losing less moisture through their skin, which means that their hydration benefits were actually improving. Then we looked at firmness using a cutometer and elasticity using a cutometer. And this just has the ability to look at how quickly the skin can respond or come back into place after it's been suctioned. And then lastly, we used a chromometer to look at skin tone evenness. And this is more of like a periphery benefit as opposed to a primary benefit. But you still saw that you can still see that we're starting to see these benefits at 2 weeks and then even more so at 12 weeks. Then we get into the data that is more about the actual appearance of the cellulite. And this is based off clinical grading, and we're looking at the number of depressions that an individual actually has in an area, then the depths of those depressions, and then looking at the overall cellulite severity. So kind of when you take the number and the depths how big the area is at the same time into consideration, and then the overall total cellulite. And when you take all of this and you look at the data, we're starting to see really great improvements as early as 8 weeks, which the appearance of cellulite is a difficult target. So that's actually really great to see this type of improvement this early on. And then we're continuing to see improvements up through the 12 weeks. You're also seeing, again, that separation between the low and the high. And so this is telling us, again, that if individuals don't have a lot of time, that's okay. They're still going to get benefits if they use it 3 minutes, 3 times a week as part of their regimen. But if you've got more time, 5 minutes 5 times a week is going to give you an even better results. And individuals can actually use this daily in each of these areas up to 5 minutes. And again, we would anticipate then that you'd have even greater benefits with that usage. And what's really powerful is these before and after images. And these before and after images, you can really see what the skin looked like at the beginning and what the skin looked like afterwards. And these are both images from the low group. And you can see again that you can see this very visible improvement throughout the study, which is really exciting because that's what we all want. We just want to look better if we're focusing on this revitalized system. And again, we're looking primarily at the thigh data here, but the same types of results we're seeing in the different areas, such as the arm and also the abdomen. And this slide shows that a little bit more clearly. So the table is giving us what we're referring to as a reduction in the circumference. So at each time point, the arm, the thigh, and the abdomen were measured just with a tape measure, but by the same individual in a very metered way so that we could see the real changes between the different time points. Now, what's really important to remember here is this is not weight loss. We're not talking about slimming. We're talking about depuffing. So people weren't trying to lose weight. In fact, they had to keep the same weight. But this is just showing the ability of the system to help to push that interstitial fluid and helping to make the skin appear firmer and helping to depuff it. And so while these percentages aren't huge numbers like we'd like to see, like we'd normally see like a 30%. But again, you're talking about circumference. So they're very, very meaningful, even though they're small. And these images really help to capture that. You can see the slimming, or sorry, not the slimming, my bad, not the slimming. You can see the depuffing that's taking place. Just by using the system. You can also see here, you can visibly see that the skin tone has been improved between baseline and week 12. And on this one, you not only see that depuffing, but you can also see the minimizing of the appearance of cellulite within the lower arm right here. So again, some additional visibles that are super compelling, some really great data that illustrates the propensity of this system to derive real results. And lastly, 100% of the subjects noted improvements in abdomen tightness, thigh and arm smoothness, and hydration in all areas. And so subjects themselves were seeing this. So again, that means that we showed that there were improvements via instrumentation. The clinical grader could see improvements. You could see the improvements in the images for the before and after, and the subjects themselves could do that. So it was really a grand slam with this study. Lastly, we have the Rejuvenate Relax routine. And this one I thought was really surprising, to say the least. The results came back better than I would have expected. So this was a 2-week evaluation, and we selected individuals who exercised regularly because we thought that this would be the best group to really help us assess what we were looking for here. So they had to work out at least 4 times a week, and then they were asked to use the system on 3 different muscle groups 4 times a week, either before or after they exercised. And what we see here is that individuals started to feel this immediate benefit with using it. So again, it provided a great pre-workout massage. It had provided a great post-workout massage, helping to relieve that muscle tension. It could stimulate and relax the skin. It could work before and after fitness. And then it helped to relax and reduce stress. But even though that it worked really well immediately, it worked even better throughout time. So the more people started to use the system and get acquainted with it, it didn't start to lose its benefits, but those benefits started to increase the more that individuals used it. And I think that that's really compelling at the same time. So this really shows us that the system in each of the different routines can have the results that we were hoping for. And now Trina gets to share with you the benefits of the digital experience.
Thanks, Casey. So let me go ahead and get everything set up to share. Are you guys, you're not seeing my slides, correct? So sorry.
No slides yet.
Now
there they are. Yep.
Okay, great. So again, thank you, Casey, for sharing the amazing R&D aspect of the ageLOC Wellspa IO system. Next, I'm going to take you through what we've done on the technology piece of this. So the ageLOC Wellspa IO device is NuSkin's second connected device. It offers several benefits that enhance the overall integrated wellness and beauty experience, which takes personalization to that next level when you pair it with the NuSkin Vera app. It customizes and complements as you restore, revitalize, and rejuvenate or relax, which will help you slay your everyday wellness and beauty goals. Once you've connected your Wellspa IO, you're going to find the following features. I know you're already familiar with the Vera app and its guide tutorials, but I really want you to focus on the routine library, Empower, and the IO score. With the routine library, Vera will recommend types of routines for you to focus on, which will maximize the benefits you are interested in for all of your restore, revitalize, and rejuvenate needs. Besides being able to customize routines, a fun feature that we've included is that you can also select music to add to your custom routine by selecting from a selection of music that we've included, which will complete your experience. Empower is Vera's live view of the adaptive microcurrent technology that powers your ageLOC Wellspa IO. The M stands for microcurrent, and you can access this feature by going to your routine library in Vera and starting a routine. Empower will be displayed in the bottom half of your screen as you run that routine. In addition to the Empower rings, Vera will also notify you when it's time to apply more product for optimal comfort and glide. For a more in-depth view of the adaptive microcurrent technology, you can change your view during the routine to Empower Insights. Empower Insights breaks out each element of the technology so that you can visually see your personalized and optimized treatment. I'll get into more detail on Empower Insights later. For IO score, in order to get an IO score, you need to set up a personalized goal that will help you reach your wellness and beauty goals. I'll also illustrate this more during the demo. In addition to the features previously highlighted, here are some additional features I'd like to talk about, such as pairing your Wellspa IO, device details, customizing routine, usage tracking, and so much more. Pairing your Wellspa to IO NuSkin Vera is so simple and so quick. First, you need to download the app. Once you've installed and opened Vera, you'll either sign in with an existing NuSkin account or create one. Once you've logged in, tap Devices from the navigation bar. Once you're on the Devices page, there will be an option to pair new device. You tap that button and follow the steps to pair your Wellspa IO. Once your device is paired, you'll have a brief introduction to Wellspa IO and its benefits, and then you'll also be able to create an IO score goal. As shared earlier in my overview slide, you'll set a personalized goal for your IO score. This is meant to help keep you on track to reaching your wellness and beauty goals. The IO score goal setting will take you through different steps so you can set a personalized goal of how long and how often you plan to use your Wellspa IO. The goal you set is what drives your IO score. The device details page shows the device management and settings. It also gives you access to your favorite routines, the routine library, and the awards you've achieved, including that IO score progress. The routine library gives you many routines to choose from, all depending on your personal preferences and goals. And then, of course, a big reason why you should pair your device with the Vera app is because you can also customize those routines to meet your own needs and your own lifestyle. The routine summary gives you an overview and summary of your completed routine. You can also maximize your beauty and wellness benefits through the expanded product recommendations. Similar to the ageLOC LumaSpa IO device, when paired with Vera, you'll have step-by-step guided tutorials for ageLOC Wellspa IO. It will also notify you if you're using the device incorrectly. Aside from that, you can also see a real-time display of Empower and treatment metrics, which are synchronized with your device. As I shared earlier, Empower displays in real time the power of adaptive microcurrent technology and notifies you when it's time to apply more product for optimal comfort and glide. So during a routine, these Empower rings will show you how you're receiving optimal power output throughout that routine. The relationship between the white and blue rings demonstrates how the technology adapts to your skin's resistance to ensure optimal performance. So whether you have all blue or all white rings, you're always receiving your best results. Here you can see the real-time display of the microcurrent adjusting to your skin's resistance. As you use your Wellspa IO, the device voltage changes polarity every 1.2 seconds, which causes the current flow to change from positive to negative. The device will monitor your skin's resistance, and Vera will then notify you when it's time to apply more topical for an optimal session. Now let's talk about comfort events for just a minute. When you run a routine, you might notice that those Empower rings they'll shrink and then kind of disappear, and then they'll expand again. This is the adaptive microcurrent technology sensing that there's a voltage spike at a level which could cause you discomfort. So when this happens, your Wellspa IO will drop that voltage and microcurrent, and then slowly ramp it back up for optimal comfort. You can really think of this as seeing personalization in action, since it's actually tuned into your skin and your unique needs. For a more in-depth view of the adaptive microcurrent technology, you can change your view during a routine to Empower Insights. Empower Insights breaks out each element of the technology so that you can visually see your personalized and optimized treatment. The microcurrent shows a real-time graph of Wellspa IO's microcurrent as it adjusts to your skin's resistance. Waveform displays in real time the biphasic current of Wellspa IO. Because it's biphasic, the current pulses positive 10 times and then negative 10 times, switching every 1.2 seconds. The product meter shows your skin's conductivity based on the amount of body serum or body activating gel that you've applied. It will also show you when it's time to apply more product. Having the correct amount of serum or gel on the skin also helps your Wellspa IO to optimize the current for your session. Microcurrent adjustments illustrates how well Wellspa IO is continually monitoring your skin. In fact, it's doing it 80 plus times per second and making adjustments so that you receive a personalized and optimal treatment. Now, we talked about comfort events a moment ago. The comfort events display here shows you how many times this event has occurred. The movement graph is something that shows how your device is actually being moved based on accelerometer data. So your Wellspa IO has a 3-axis accelerometer, which measures how the device is moved up or down, side to side, or forward and backward. So these are some really cool data points to see in action. And then I'll also show this to you during the live demo. And then last but not least is the usage tracker and awards. If you've used ageLOC LumaSpa IO before, you definitely know about this feature. It helps you track your progress towards your active challenges. You can even view details of past routines that you've done. It's another fun way to keep you motivated as you continuously unlock badges based on your usage, and then even share those badges and awards on your social media platforms. So now is the time that you've all been waiting for. We're going to do a live demo of Vera and Wellspa IO, but I seem to have lost my Zoom screen. Here we go. All right, so let me start sharing from my phone and we will jump right in. Sometimes it takes a second. There we go. So I already have Vera open on my phone. I'm not going to go through the pairing process today. We covered that last time, and it is really simple and really quick. But so I'm going to go into the devices tab from that main level menu. I'm going to turn on my Wellspa so you can see that it's connected now. And I'm going to go in. So there's a couple things that you'll notice here. Of course, we have an area where my favorited routines are at. I can go in and explore the routine library. I can see my IO score as well as that challenges and calendar area. But I wanted to talk first about the goal setting. So I've already gone through and set a goal as part of the pairing flow. So I paired my device. I gave it a personalized name. As you can see, I called it Trina's Wellspa. And I set a goal for myself. But maybe, maybe something in my life has changed. Maybe I don't have enough time to do what I had previously set my goal as, or I have more time. Who knows? Or maybe I just want to target a different area. So I can go in at any point and change that goal. So if I tap on this IO score box, it's going to give me a weekly breakdown of what I've done this week. But then I can also go in and edit my goal. So by editing your goal, it's going to walk you through those same pages that you did the first time that you set your goal. In this case, I'm already really happy with the benefits that I'm looking to receive. So I don't feel like I need to really adjust things. It's more the amount of time I have to spend with my Wellspa. So I'm going to go ahead and say, let's go. Again, these are still benefits I want to receive. So I'm not going to change those, but if what I wanted to see changed, then I can always go and adjust those at any time. If I go to the next screen, I can say, well, 5 days is kind of turning into a lot. I'm not really achieving my full goal amount. So I'm going to drop that down to 4 days. I'll go to the next screen. And then on this screen, as I've been using my Wellspa IO, I'm really not as interested in spending that much time on my arms. I want to spend time on my arms since I do want to get some of those benefits, but not quite that much. It's a little bit too much of a time commitment. So then I'm going to say next. It's going to give me an overview of that goal, and then I can go ahead and save it. And then vice versa, if I wanted to spend more time on a certain area, I could just up that time to where we discourage you to not spend any more time, basically. So it's 5 minutes per area. So now you can see if I go back into that box, it has my updated goal. And again, I can go back and update that at any point in time. I mentioned on the device details page that I have quick access to routines that I use regularly. So these are ones that I've gone ahead and favorited from the routine library. And so I just have this really quick access. If something that I use frequently is restore lower body, I don't have to browse for it. I don't have to look for it. It's just available to me right away. Now, let's jump into the actual routine library and do a demo of the routine. So I need to pull up my sleeve so I can get some product on it. So I'm going to do the quick full body revitalize. And before I do that, I want to show you that if this is something that I use regularly, which it is, I favorited it. You can actually see right here, there's a little heart icon. I tap that, it unfavorites it. I tap it again, it adds it to my favorites. And then there's also a preview of the different areas that I'm going to be addressing during this routine. But maybe I don't want to spend quite as much time on my abdomen, or maybe I want to spend more time on it. I can actually go in and customize it. So if I tap on this customize routine button, I'm going to say Trina's. If you guys have seen me do this enough, I always misspell my own name. Trina's routine. Oh, geez. And then the areas, and I think I'm going to spend a little bit more time on my abdomen. So I'm going to up that to 5 minutes. I'm going to go down to 2 minutes on each of my arms. And then I mentioned earlier that we have a playlist of songs available for you to choose from. This is how you can go in and change it. You can hear that. You go whichever one works for you. I can go ahead and update my sound and then save that routine. And then if I want to run it, you can see, oh, Trina's routing. It should be routine. Autocorrect did me a little dirty on that one. but you can go in then and do your own custom routine that you have now created. And then of course it will also show up on your quick view so that you can access that at any point in time. Now let's actually just go through really quickly that quick full body revitalize and actually run the routine. So I'm going to tap on the run routine button. I'm going to mute the sound. I don't want to talk over it. And then I have my serum here. I'm going to apply it. For the purposes of the demo, I am doing it on my arm. Of course, you would want to do this for the body area that this particular session is targeting. So my device is already turned on and set to the proper amount of time. I just touch the device to my arm, and then you can see that data coming through. So I have really great conductivity right now. I have plenty of serum. You can see those rings. But again, whether I have all blue rings or all white rings, it's really just showing that the device is adapting to my skin and my particular environment. Whether I have lotion on, that sort of thing. Let me go into Empower Insights. So you see that little icon on the top right? If I tap on that, here's all that extra data that I showed you. So I have plenty of product. That movement, it's tracking how I move the device. You can see that if I move the device a different way, those lines change. And then if I get to an area that doesn't quite have as much serum, you can see that I have plenty of product right now. But as I get to an area that doesn't have quite as much, that product meter drops a little bit. So the reason why you're seeing that pause screen come is because the device lost connection with my skin for just a moment. And so that's why that pops up. But so I've moved to an area of my arm that has almost no product on it. So you can see there's the product meter dropped. Now, if I go back, and then you can see there's even a warning on this page. Hey, it's time to apply more product to the area that you're treating. Make sure that you have that most comfortable treatment possible as the device is adapting to your skin. I'm going to go ahead and skip to the next area. So again, the app is going to say, okay, it's time to move on to the next one. Apply that product to the next body area. My device has already been set to the proper time. I touch it to my skin again. And you can see how it's doing the same thing. So if I want a preview of the steps I'm going to go through, I can expand that menu. And I can see what the next body areas are and the time to spend on each of them. I can also see what step I'm on. And again, if I want to see those Empower Insights, just tap on that icon on the top right, and it's going to show me everything. Now I'm using the device in the same area that I applied product on before, and you can kind of see that meter bouncing a little bit. Because at some point, I'm going to have to apply more. But again, if I go off into an area where there isn't quite as much product, it's going to give me that warning. So did you guys notice how those rings dropped? Right there, they dropped again. That's a comfort event that we talked about. It's not good, it's not bad. It's just the device adapting to my skin to make sure that I have the most comfortable session possible. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and exit out of that. So on the final page, it's going to give me an overview of what I just did. Now, of course, I didn't complete the whole routine just for time's sake, but it's going to give me an overview of what I did do. So it's going to update my IO score based on my goals. And this is actually the goals that I updated to. So I can see how long the routine lasted, the number of areas, the number of movement alerts. I even get some Empower metrics that I can look at to say, oh, I received 15 comfort events, the number of microcurrent adjustments, like we talked about, there's a lot of those happening, 80 plus per second. and the number of polarity changes. And then the area is completed. Of course, I skipped the last 3. And then if you need to refresh your supply of dramatic effects, which is an amazing product, we also provide a quick and easy way to do that. So once that is done, if I go back to this main screen, we talked about the usage tracker and badges and awards. So if I go into usage and awards, it's going to show me my calendar. If I go into today, you can see that I've done several routines. That little icon that has the phone, the one that does not have the X through it, that means that I did those routines while I was connected to Vera. So we call those an in-app routine. But you can see that I had an offline session, meaning I used my device without my app. And that's totally fine, because the next time you connect your device to the app, it's going to sync those logs so you can still have that information. So it's going to give a little bit of information. This is how long my session lasted and the number of alerts. I do get more information when I use my device along with Vera. I can see the number of areas completed as well as any alerts that I received. Okay, you guys, here is a brand new feature that just launched with the last app update. So it's really important to keep your app up to date. So I have Vera open. I'm putting a little bit more product on my arm because I'm going to start an offline session. So again, when I say offline session, I did not initiate it from within the paired feature set in NuSkin Vera. So I did not go into devices. I did not select from my routine to actually play it and do it. I'm just going about my day. It's time to use my Wellspa IO. Turn it on. I'm starting to use it. You guys see that banner pop up? So even when you aren't in the devices area, but you have Vera open, it knows that you're using your Wellspa IO. So there's the banner at the top. And then also on the bottom right, if you notice that devices tab, the icon changed to show the Empower icon. So if I tap on this, we call this feature Smart Start, by the way. If I tap on that top banner, it's going to take me into those Empower insights. So part of that is because we don't necessarily know what your intention is as far as how long you're going to use it, if you're going to do multiple areas or just one area, but we still want to provide data to you so you can see what's happening as you're using your Wellspa, even if it's not through a connected routine. If you want to, you can go ahead and say, pick a routine, and you can start one from here. So if you want to take advantage of those video tutorials, for example, you can start a routine from here, and that's totally fine. The other thing you can do from that homepage, I mentioned that there's that devices icon that's animated. If I tap on that, you can see that Vera knows that I have a session in progress. Again, I didn't initiate this through Vera. I initiated it all on my own. This would be considered an offline routine, but we still want to provide those insights. So when you go into your device details page, I can also say jump to session, and it gives me those Empower insights, that data that I can use and I can see. Okay, everybody, that brings us to the end of my demo. I hope that this has given you a better overview of how you can maximize your wellness and beauty goals when you pair your ageLOC Wellspa IO with the NuSkin Vera app. You've learned a whole lot. You've learned about how to pair your device, how to set goals, how to track them, how to change your goals when your needs change or when your lifestyle might change. And then also using those routines and creating personalized routines to match your specific needs. You just saw this right now, Smart Start. Vera and the connected features of Wellspa IO are continually being updated and added, so make sure you keep your Vera app up to date so you don't miss out on new and upcoming features. It really is the power of connectivity, wellness, and beauty all in one device. Let me stop sharing. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you, both Trina and Casey, for such a great presentation and great walkthrough of the product benefits and the connected features. I hope you are all just as excited as I am about Wellspa IO and the amazing benefits and features that it incorporates. During our first ageLOC Wellspa IO digital product opportunity meeting in September, we mentioned that we have a Ask the Expert Q&A session in November. A few weeks ago, we also sent out an email requesting that you submit any questions you have about ageLOC Wellspa IO. These are the questions that have been submitted by most of you, so we're back here today to help answer them. So we will quickly run through some of the most commonly asked questions about Wellspa IO and its system. So first question, when should I use body activating gel and when would I use the body serum? So ageLOC body activating gel should be used with the ageLOC Wellspa IO when looking for restore or relax benefits. This is the combination to use when you're looking to restore the overall feeling of well-being, help depuff your skin, energize your skin, and before or after a workout. The ageLOC body serum should be used with ageLOC Wellspa IO when looking for those revitalized benefits to target body contouring and reducing the appearance of cellulite. The second part to this question was, would it be best to use the body polish before a shower? The answer is yes, the body polish should be used while in the shower. Use the body polish as a pre-treatment step in the shower. It's recommended so that it can help prep your skin, ensure your skin's clean and ready for the Wellspa IO treatment. One super nice thing about the body polish is not only does it exfoliate and polish, but it also cleanses. And so it's a single step. You don't need to worry about cleansing after you use body polish. Next question. Is it okay to use ageLOC Wellspa IO for every day for body confidence and body healing? Casey, do you have an answer for us?
Yeah, first, I think it's super important that remember that we don't make any healing claims. This is not for people who have been injured, but rather this is for people who are looking for overall well-being and overall look and feeling better. And if an individual is injured or ill, they should follow the advice of their healthcare professional, but it can be used daily up to 5 minutes per area per use in the manual.
Perfect. Thanks, Casey. Next question. Is it advisable to use the ageLOC Wellspa IO Restore regimen daily? The answer is yes. We recommend you using the Restore routine daily, the Revitalize routine 3 to 5 times per week on those target areas that you're trying to treat, and then the Rejuvenate or Relax routines just as needed when you're sore or need that additional relaxation, winding down. But that's how we recommend you use the different routines for Wellspa IO. Next question, can we do the revitalized treatment with ageLOC body serum on front abdomen after eating, or should we wait for a period of time? If yes, how long? Casey?
This is a really interesting question. We're not aware of any issues of using the system, whether it be with the body serum or the body activating gel for any time period after eating. So this shouldn't be an issue. You shouldn't have to worry about timing.
Perfect, thank you. All right. Can ageLOC Wellspa IO be used on the muscle knots located behind the neck? And can I use it for more than 5 minutes if the knots do not loosen? Casey, do you have an answer for this one?
Yeah, so if you look at the user manual, it says that the ageLOC Wellspa IO should not be used on the neck. And basically what we mean is the trapezius muscles. And those trapezius muscles come up into the neck and then kind of towards the base of the neck and then down the back a little bit. So we shouldn't use it there. And further, the compliance guidance has been given that it is not to be used on the back or the spine. But noting the system was developed for personal use. So if you have tension in your deltoids, on your triceps or your biceps, and any of those other muscle areas on your limbs, then go ahead and have at it. Up to 5 minutes, we would not recommend any more than that.
Perfect. Thanks, Casey. All right. Can Wellspa IO be used daily in the same area more than the recommended 5-minute time? Casey, what do you think about this one?
Again, up to 5 minutes, you guys. It should be used no more than 5 minutes in each of the body areas, but it can be used daily, up to 5 minutes.
Perfect. All right. If when using ageLOC Wellspa IO, there's a tingling sensation, doesn't mean that we're not using enough gel or it hits the right source of pain. Casey, do you have an answer for this one?
A slight tingling sensation is probably not a reason to worry. Everyone has kind of different sensitivities to microcurrents. But if you're feeling any like real discomfort and if you're feeling any pain, then that would be a red flag to stop what you're doing. It might be if you are feeling some of that you need to just apply a little bit more product, and that should help to mitigate it. But if that doesn't, then you might need to back off just a little bit.
Great, thank you. All right, one more for you, Casey. Why the use of Wellspa on the chest, front of neck, head, and face are not allowed?
There's different reasons, which would include that this is a stronger device. It's a stronger current, and it has to do with overall safety. There are safety concerns when we use on these areas in proximity to the heart and also to the airway. Plus, the device configuration is really not suited for the use on the neck or the face, given its size. I mean, when you look at this, I mean, it takes up your entire face, right? I mean, it really doesn't glide very easily over those body areas or the shape of them. And so it is limited. Limitations should be noted that this aligns with what's in the industry and the functionality of similar devices.
Great, thanks, Casey. Okay, next question. When I used my ageLOC Wellspa IO yesterday, I couldn't change the treatment time, but today it's working properly. Should I be concerned that I have a defective one? This is an interesting question, and I want to make sure to clarify one thing when making sure that you're toggling the device. Make sure that when you are selecting your treatment time that you're not holding the Wellspa IO maybe in your hand or on a conductive surface, because as soon as you turn on that Wellspa IO, it's going to start a treatment if the circuit's complete and if it's conducting. So if I'm holding it in my hand and trying to toggle to the time, it's going to think that I'm starting a treatment most of the time because our hands are moist and can conduct that current. And so make sure that when you're toggling to times that you're either holding it up in your hand like this, or it's on a surface that's not conducting, and then you should be able to easily change the treatment time and then touch it to your skin to start the treatment. All right, Casey, here's another one for you. Is there a scientific explanation why there's a specific movement, meaning either if it's circular, straight, and circular for each routine? And what if the user accidentally changes the movements on a specific routine? Will there be any impact?
I'm really glad that this question was asked because I think it's on everyone's mind, right? So each routine was developed to target the area and also provide the experience that you're looking for it, whether it's restore, whether it's rejuvenate, relax, or revitalize. So each routine has commonalities in the way that the device is moved. Each of them should focus on upward and inward. So the massage in circles specific to the rejuvenate, relax, and revitalize will have some additional benefits in the way that in the experience and how it interacts with your skin. But if the incorrect motion is used, it really isn't going to have any detrimental impacts. You just might not get the full experience.
Great. Thanks, Casey. Okay, here's another one for you. How long does it take for the product, the Wellspa IO system, to show effectiveness?
So I think this is an interesting question because I would have to counter with what do we mean by effectiveness? But let me say, as we talked about in the clinical results, right? Individuals who are using the device for restore and the revitalize and rejuvenate and relax might feel immediate benefits in the way that it makes them feel, but visible benefits for beauty seem to start manifesting around week 4 or maybe a little bit later, depending on the specific characteristic. So you might start to feel something immediately. Hydration is going to be pretty immediate, but if you're looking at like firming or toning or the appearance of cellulite, that would probably take a little bit longer, in 4 to 8 weeks.
Perfect. Thanks, Casey. Okay. What measurable difference in results is achieved by using the ageLOC Wellspa IO after exfoliation versus without using the body polish? Casey, do you have an answer for us?
So we haven't conducted any specific comparison studies of the revitalized routine with or without the body polish. But because the body polish provides the exfoliation, So it's helping to get rid of some of those top dead skin cells. Then it makes it so that product can more easily be absorbed. And when you have a product that's more easily absorbed, then you usually get a faster speed of benefits, so you could see things better. We don't have any specific data to support this, but our research in general would indicate that the benefits of using the revitalized regimen in total versus just the routine would yield greater and faster improvements.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Any recommendations for cleaning the Wellspa IO device for hygiene and to help get it ready for the next person? So according to the user manual, you should use a slightly damp, lint-free cloth to wipe away any serum, gel, or debris from either the hand grip or on the metallic nodes and charger after each use. You should not immerse the device in water or any liquid. It's important to keep in mind, though, that ageLOC Wellspa IO was developed for individual and personal use. We don't necessarily recommend that devices should be shared, and the cleaning instructions in the manual for individual use are adequate. Yet we know that demonstrations of Wellspa IO provide a lot of benefit. So if you need to, if the device needs to be sanitized, we'd recommend using an isopropyl alcohol to wipe that has less than 70% concentration of alcohol to be used on the probes. It should be allowed to dry, and then you wipe it down with a damp cloth for 1 minute to help protect the nodes. So as soon as you rub it with the isopropyl alcohol, you'll want to make sure to hurry and wipe that off to help protect the nodes and make sure there's no damage to them. Okay, many customers use the ageLOC Wellspa IO on the shoulders to relieve body tension and aches. However, this routine is not in the Vera app. Will there be more updates in future on routines and customization? Casey, can you tell us a little bit about shoulder use?
Yeah, so again, when we're talking about the deltoid muscles, so if you look at your shoulder, right, that's the muscle that comes right over the head of it. That is allowable. And when you look at the relax rejuvenate routine for the tricep, you can see that it does creep onto the deltoid. And so that would not be a problem. If you're going above the head of the shoulder, right, and you're coming into this area right here, that again is part of that trapezius, and that would be considered part of the neck and the upper back. And so that is the off limits space. And so we will not be adding any routines relative to that until we have more data on the potential safety for it. But that being said, we are looking at potentially expanding routines. And so more routines could be added at a later date, depending on what becomes developed.
Perfect. Thanks, Casey. Okay, Trina, we have a question for you. Can we have a demo mode in the app so we can demonstrate the app to customers without changing or affecting our own customized routines?
This is a great question and something that we've talked about as a team. I've also had requests from other markets and regions for the same thing. So it is something that we're looking at as a future improvement to the connected feature set.
One more reason to keep your Vera up to date and make sure you're getting the latest and greatest features. Okay. All right, Casey, here's another one for you. What does the comfort event count in Empower Insights mean? Is the lower the better or vice versa?
This is a great question. So the comfort event count, it basically means how many times the microcurrent is doing a major adaptation for you. So it's having to reset, go back to the low, and ramp up to find that optimized current for you. And these comfort events can happen for different reasons. If I'm doing a restore routine, every time I pick it up, you're going to get a comfort event count, and you would expect that, and that would be part of the routine. If you end up moving off the area that has product, there's a good chance that you'll get it then. And that might be something that you could correct or fix in trying to stay either apply a wider application of product or stay where the product has been applied. Comfort events don't necessarily mean that you're doing something bad or good. It's just kind of showing you that the device is working. That said, if you're getting a lot of comfort events, like more than 2 or 3 per minute, and you're not doing the restore routine, then it probably means that you need to adjust your movement a little bit. And the things that you could do is move a little bit more slowly and uniformly. Try to keep as many probes in contact with your skin as possible, and that can help to lower that a bit.
Great. Thanks, Casey. And great question. Okay. All right, Casey, can you tell us a little bit about what an ideal movement graph would look like in the Empower Insights in Vera?
And again, the same type of thing. With all of it, you're trying to find smooth transitions. It doesn't really matter if things move up or things move down, but you want to try to keep the graphs as smooth as possible. If they're not smooth, if they're shaky, then it probably means that you're doing something a little bit sporadically. Trina gave a great explanation of the 3-axis accelerometer in the device. So when you look at that graph, right, the changes have to do with moving the device back and forth, and you would expect some of that right or left, and then up and down. And so you're going to have some innate movement depending on how you're using the device. But again, you wouldn't want anything to be super jumpy or drastic. And again, just trying to keep your movements super smooth and fluid.
Awesome. Thank you. And what a great feature to help with guidance and to ensure that we're using Wellspa correctly. Okay, last one for Casey. What can I do to have my microcurrent and biphasic waveform performing at its peak in Empower Insights?
Again, it's that same thing. For optimal use, you really want to maintain the current as much as possible. So making sure that you have the right amount of product and applying more product if it dries out, because sometimes that innately happens and there's nothing you can do about it. And again, using slow, fluid movements so that you're not getting a lot of those drastic changes.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, Trina, will Vera app have a feature to track body transformation like the selfie timeline?
This is something we also explored, but because of the sensitive nature of some of those body areas that the Wellspa IO is used on, we've been advised by our legal team that we should not include a feature like this at this point in time.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay. There are so many devices in NuSkin's current portfolio. How should I recommend the device that best addresses my customers' concerns? I'll go ahead and answer one. This is a great question. At NuSkin, we understand that looking and feeling your best is ultimate skincare goal, and we are excited to offer the Dream Team, our range of innovative wellness and beauty devices designed to elevate your skincare journey. This is our portfolio where our devices can address various skin concerns that you have. Regardless of your concerns, we have the right device for you with our range of devices. The ageLOC LumiSpa and the ageLOC Boost are facial devices designed for daily use. For weekly use on the face and scalp, use Galvanic Spa. And then our latest ageLOC WellSpa IO is a body care device that is designed for use 3 times a week to daily. Regardless of your concern, we have the right device for you. Okay. This has been great. Thank you so much. We have come to the end of our ageLOC Wellspa IO Ask the Experts digital product opportunity meeting. It was so lovely speaking with all of you. Before we end the session, Casey, Trina, do you have anything else you'd like to say?
I just want to say thanks so much again for having me. It's always a pleasure to be with SCA PAC. I love that area. I love these distributors. I love the markets. I hope you can feel the excitement. It's almost palpable. It's a great time to be part of NuSkin, and I hope that this really helps you feel more confident as a leader in going out and sharing this with your teams and with your future customers.
Thanks. I echo Casey's comments. It's always a pleasure to be able to come and share the work that our teams have done and to see the excitement and energy from you. It fills my cup. I don't know if you have that same kind of phrase in your respective country, but it makes everything that we do really worth it. So I really appreciate the opportunity to come and show you these connected features and show you what Vera can do and the power of personalization and how it can impact your life for the better and also your business for the better.
Awesome. Thanks, Casey and Trina. I hope you're as excited as I am about ageLOC Wellspa IO, and I hope that this session has helped you feel more empowered about Wellspa IO and help you with the questions that you need and the information that you need to go out and share the excitement and the exciting benefits that Wellspa IO has to offer. Take care and have a great day ahead, and we'll talk to you later.